The first one is 9A, is the final public hearing and consideration of acceptance of the Community Development Block Grant, CDBG, Federal Fiscal Year for 2024 Annual Action Plan. Christy Batterson, yes.
Good evening, Christy Batterson, Housing and Community Development Manager for the city. Tonight we're here to present our final hearing for our Federal Fiscal Year 2024 Action Plan for the Community Development Block Grant. Just a reminder that our CDBG federal funding, we're an entitlement community, meaning we get annual allocation to us. There's about 13 in the state. Funding allocations are based on a formula of those low to mod income individuals plus our aging housing stock as well as our deteriorating housing conditions. National goal, the number one goal is to help those and assist those that are low to mod income. 51% of our funds must benefit those activities. And we have to serve those, we serve those that are 80% low to mod income or below. Aid to prevention of and elimination of blight, and then they have to have a need of urgency. This is our targeted area. These are qualified census tracts where the population is 51% or above low to mod income. Danforth is our northern boundary. It comes around down on the east side of University, down Ayers along Bryant, and it comes over just along 2nd Street, down Rankin to 15th, and around up and around to Kelly and north to Danforth. The HUD has introduced new census tracts. However, because we're in our 5th year of our action plan, we won't be adjusting this area until our next round of our 5-year consolidation plan. Citywide, we are about 30% low to mod income. Income requirements for this year, like I said, we serve 80% or below low to mod income. Individual person is $50,150 or below. A family 4 can make no more than $71,600 for us to serve them with services. The Consolidated Plan was adopted in August of 2020. That is a 5-year consolidated plan. Each year we present our action plan, and those are the services or eligible activities that we program throughout the year. Like I said before, this is our 5th year of our 5-year plan, so next year we'll be bringing you a whole new 5-year plan. Just how we spend a little bit of our funding, or all our funding. 15% is maximum of public services. Those are our nonprofits that we work with. 20% is maximum of administration services that mainly goes to staff salaries. And then 65% of it is used on programming. Goals and strategies were set back in 2020 by the Citizen Participation Committee. There are several goals that we annually look at and then decide what eligible activities that we're going to program for the year. Goal number 1 is eliminate barriers and improve access to affordable, energy efficient, and fair housing. We do this by owner-occupied rehabilitation as well as home ownership opportunities that I'll discuss in a few minutes. Goal number 2 is provide needed public and social services, especially for those with special needs. We do this through our public service agreements that we have. Goal number 3 is to address public infrastructure, multimodal access to healthy foods, jobs, healthcare, and et cetera. In the past, we've promoted and provided access to CityLink when it was originally started and other access to safe modes of travel. Goal number 4 is support neighborhood organization and community dialogue. And goal number 5 is to prevent and eliminate safety hazards and crime in target areas. We do this by a number of programs that I'll talk about in a few minutes. Our annual allocation for this year is $537,958, a lot of numbers. That is a 17% decrease than last year across the state. Several communities have reported that they received less this year than we did last year. HUD doesn't give us a reason why they do that. I wish they did. Previous year, we are using an additional $100,000 from previous year's funding that we haven't used. So a total of this year's budget is $637,958. How we're going to use that funding, the majority of it, that 65%, is what you see here. $364,672 is going to be used for owner-occupied rehabilitation. This will be for emergency services such as replacing hot water tanks, HVAC systems, promoting energy efficiency by replacing windows, or other things that are needed. Home buyers assistance, we have raised this from, in the past, we've only done about $50,000. We raised this to $75,000. We have seen an increase in this. We increased the assistance from $5,000 to $14,999 per resident or per homeowner. That has increased the request. That is 50% of their down payment. So far this year, we have spent $48,000 in down payment assistance. So we increased it for next year. We do a neighborhoods tree program. If you have a tree that is encroaching on your home, providing a health and safety to the home, we will remove it at no cost to the homeowner. We work with urban forestry on that. We also provide $10,000 to Metro Fair Housing to handle any of our complaints or things that need to be investigated. Those are handled through that. They also do our home buyers assistance certificate of, you have to go through a program before you are eligible for our program, so they do that education. And then general administration as well. The remaining part of 15% of our budget does go to public services. You've heard me say time and time again, we cannot do what we do in our community without the help of our nonprofits. Unfortunately, HUD puts a limit on us of how much we can provide them, so that is a 15% max. UR Special, Edmond Mobile Meals, the Hope Center, Project 66, Edmond Public School Foundation are all getting an allocation. The reason why Hope Center's rental assistance isn't on here, as you've seen in the past, is they were awarded that $500,000 emergency rental assistance, so they chose to remove their application for any additional rental assistance. But they are providing medical assistance. What that is, if someone is in need of paying for their pharmacy bills or for their medicine, Hope Center helps provide a stipend for that. And then they also have their own food pantry. UR Special, of course, does the donation, the clothing distributions 3 times a year. Edmond Mobile Meals provides meals to our seniors and those that are homebound. They will be moving into their new facility, hopefully by the end of the month. And then Project 66 is a food pantry. Edmond Public School Foundation historically we've worked with them on their mental health programming with the school system. This year, they are providing funding to the food pantry at the main Edmond Public School Administration building. They have a food pantry for those families that are unhoused in our school district, and any family can go there if they are in need of food. We held our first public hearing with the Citizen Participation Committee back in June. We've had a 30-day comment period. In July, Citizen Participation Committee recommended it for approval, and staff also recommends approval. This will begin October 1st and run until September next year. And with that, I'll take any questions.
I have something I'd like to say about Ms. Batterson, too, if you don't mind that. Everything you do is important, and you do it well. And as you know, I've been having a little kerfuffle with this apartment complex out here that doesn't tend to their tenants. That's Oxford Oaks, if they're listening. They've continued to ignore me, and they've continued to ignore their tenants. And they treat these people poorly, and you offered to help me try to get something done out there. And I want you to know I appreciate that. And I hope by the end of August, after these people have sat out there in 102-degree heat with the management of Oxford Oaks ignoring them, that maybe there's some way that you can help me get those residents out there some relief. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I was just going to thank you for the whole program. It really just shows the need of the community, and it highlights our community and then what's important. And I'm appreciative of the council that we support it. I'm appreciative of the citizens of our community that they support it, but I also appreciate that we don't hide behind it. We bring it out and to educate everyone on all of the needs in Edmond. Thank you very much.
I also wanted to just say thanks. I had an interesting kind of back and forth with somebody who was commenting to me about how they grew up in Edmond. I think it's, we can just say it. A lot of people will joke around and say, you go into Edmond, don't forget your HOA gate code and other things that we can hear. And she told me or commented about her experience growing up in a different neighborhood. It happened to be a mobile home neighborhood. And I think we should never forget that we have a great group of citizens, people that serve us in different capacities, that take care of our seniors, that are nursing aides, that work in our schools, providing nutrition and services and drive buses and do all types of things within this city. The area of focus just happens to be in my ward, and I comment that within my ward, I think I have just about everything. We have multi-million-dollar kind of historic, almost mansions. We got townhomes. We got prefabricated homes. We got student housing. We got senior housing. We got duplexes, and everything that you could think of. And in just this last weekend, the OR Special that you noted had their clothing distribution, and that invites kids before they go to school. I can tell you, having 3 boys, what shoes you're wearing just outweighs almost anything in life these days. And they get to come in and having a need and get to go shop and pick out and have their choice positively affirmed about what they might want on underwear, socks, jeans, a shirt, and brand new shoes. And those smiles are amazing. And so I appreciate the work that's been done, the holistic work with our nonprofits, many of which just do it quietly. But for our seniors, for our veterans, for the single moms community, and our workers that are out there that are having a tough time, I think it's important that we as a community always remember the place and space that they hold. So I appreciate this program and grateful to support it.
Thank you very much. This is the public comment. Is there anyone in the audience who have any comments on this? This is the final public hearing in our acceptance of the CDBG grant. Seeing none, council, what would you like to do?
I'd make a motion to approve 9A, Mayor.
We have a
Second.
motion? We have a second? Any other discussion? Please cast your vote. That item is passed. Thank you very much.